I love watching you when you're on the TV. Last week you were at a hearing on transgender athletes, and when it was your turn for questioning, I want to get this right. You asked a witness to play a game called Trump or Trans. We got a clip right here.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you a question, and I want you to tell me whether or not it is Trump or trans people that are responsible. You understand?
Got it.
Okay, very good. The first one, gutted medical research.
Trump.
Kidnapping Americans and sending them to foreign countries, AKA deporting them.
Trump.
Driving us into a recession.
Trump.
Increasing the cost of everything.
Trump.
Waging an idiotic tariff war.
Trump.
Harming farmers.
Trump.
Ignoring the Constitution.
Trump.
Proposing to take away Social Security.
Trump.
Cutting health care.
Trump.
Firing government workers who keep our country safe.
Trump.
Encouraging an environment of hate and divisiveness.
Trump.
Thank you so much.
How did you, or when, or why, how did that idea come to you, the game Trump or Trans?
Well, first of all, I needed to keep it simple. So
that helps with the message.
Especially when I'm trying to send a message to him. Got to keep it very simple. So, this was a DOGE hearing. And so the DOGE subcommittee is also headed up by someone else who needs a simple message, Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? So I wanted to be clear. There was no reason that we were having a hearing about who could play what sports, and definitely fencing, and subpoenaing someone to talk about fencing who doesn't take a government dollar in the Department of Government Efficiency hearing, right? So I wanted to redirect and make sure that the American people knew that this was nothing but a distraction. And sometimes coming up with something very plain, very simple is probably the best way to go. So that's why I did it.
Well, in a recent town hall, Trump was asked the biggest mistake he'd made in the first 100 days, and he said, "I don't believe I've made mistakes." And do you want to field that question yourself?
Where do I begin? We can start with the fact that he ever got reelected in the first place. That was a mistake. But, if we just want to go to over the weekend, threatening to arrest members of Congress, deciding that he's going to take his new plane, his empire in the sky from the Qataris, or the fact that, yes, the prices of everything have gone up, and the fact that he said he was going to stop wars, and somehow it seems like we've got yet another war that is kicked off. The fact that he loves Putin more than he loves us, and as you were just talking about, the Canadians are our friends, and he doesn't quite realize that either.
Mm-hmm. Interesting, you said, like, the White House has said that the idea of arresting members of Congress is on the table here. As a member of Congress, what's your reaction to that? Are people talking about it in the cloakrooms?
Well, this all just happened over the weekend, so we go back into session tomorrow. But what I will tell you is that we are standing 10 toes down for our members. Listen, we have jobs, and unlike some other people, say the big guy in the White House who has spent 25% of his time golfing, we actually care about our jobs, and we are trying to serve the American people, and we have a duty of oversight over these agencies. And knowing that they are literally just kidnapping people off of the streets, and we don't know what types of conditions they are putting them in, I think that I actually want to applaud my fellow members of Congress who don't take their jobs lightly, but instead take them very seriously, especially in this moment.
You're a member of something called the Oversight Committee. Can you explain to people what the importance of the Oversight Committee is when things are this crazy?
Listen, oversight usually, we oversee everything, literally everything in the federal government. Most people think of us as overseeing the agencies, and it used to be the Oversight Committee on Government's Accountability. And so we look for waste, fraud, and abuse. We try to make things more efficient, and we try to hear what the American people have to say. We get lots of complaints about the post office, y'all. We get, the Social Security,
So
whatever.
there was already a DOGE, and it was you guys.
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
An elected Doge.
Correct. The difference was, like, Doge is nothing but a cover-up. Like, it's a scam, kind of like
Or what's the cover-up for?
Elon Musk. I mean, like,
What do you cover? What's the cover-up for? What's
well, because like they made it seem like they were here to do good, but this was really just a matter of a bad guy coming in and saying, hey, I want this contract, that contract. And yes, I have a conflict of interest, but no worries. And oh, while I'm at it, let me fire this person who has this many investigations that they're looking into for Tesla, this person who has this many investigations that they're looking into for SpaceX. Let me save myself some money while also enriching myself at the same time. It was a complete sham. This was never about government efficiency, because if it was, we would have started with defense, where now he wants to take the budget up to a whopping $1 trillion, and they have not been able to pass an audit in the last 7 audits.
So not a lot of efficiency there.
No.
Not a lot of efficiency there. Last week, you're a lawyer. You're on the Judiciary Committee, right?
Yes.
The last week, Donald Trump, when asked by Kristen Welker on Meet the Press about whether he believed in due process and upholding the Constitution, he said, I don't know. What is it like to serve on the Judiciary Committee when you have a president who clearly does not care for the rule of law?
Here's my problem. America, how did we get here, honey? We are not safe. How, I honestly don't care about your politics. There are some basic fundamentals of what it is to be an elected official on any level. The fact that the most powerful person in the world has no idea about the little oath that he took is beyond me. It's not just that I'm on the Judiciary Committee. I think that anyone who considers themselves a full-blooded American should have an issue with this, no matter what your political affiliation is.